This is DLK Productions presenting my brand new mock, you guys. What's up, guys? So today, as you guys can see, I have built my newest mock, and this is the power plant of Ad-oth. And as you guys can see, this is a power plant with guards, and this is on Ad-oth with my blue signature Ad-oth characters. And then we have a little bit of a riot on the streets, just a little bit, and then we have weapons fighting the Ad-oth people. And this is a very long build. It took me a very long time. And yeah, so I did on the ground, I did all flat pieces, and I did all dark grays and light grays, as you guys can see. And I do have a few footsteps that are constantly traveled upon. I have two large trees, and yeah, I have got those in the packages that they sell on Lego.com, and with like bushes, plants, and they're in accessories, just so you guys know. And then we have a little fountain, because this is more of a modern area where it's like a nicer area, and the people are rioting against these people, and these are kind of like the closest guards. And as you guys can see, that is a little bit harder, but you guys can see there is a guard running, and that is why the door is open. It is normally always closed. And yeah, so as you guys can see, we just have a few lights. We don't have many lights in the center, but we have two lights on the corners. And then we just do have some decoratory style with it. Some very smooth pieces. And we got some designs right here also. And if you guys can tell, these are the flashing lights to warn that someone has broken in from the front entrance or done something that the people need to come into and have a deal with the problem. But as you guys can see, I just have a bunch of design. This is how I've done the design for the floor pieces. It is one complete stud above normal. That's what it normally is above. And as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see very well, but on either side right here, there are bars. And those are the vents to it, just to kind of keep the place a little cool. And I know this is open space, but these are for the vent, the power itself to vent out. And so this is a normally hot area. But if you guys, like, if I use a tool, if I go up here, you guys can see there's two handles. I can put a handle, brick separator, and I can just slide it in, and I can get my doors closed. And it is that easy, you guys. So the doors are closed, and you can open them really easy. They're really easy to slide, and all you got to do is just slide them, and ta-da! They're perfectly fine. And yeah, and as we go in, so we go through the entrance, and then going over, as you guys can see, there is a full gated area across the whole thing. And as you guys can see, it gets more elaborate around. This is less protected because it is the front. They normally have guards. They normally have a guard posted here and here. That's why that guy's running. And so they don't really worry. This is just like a wall going up. And yeah, so going on in to the base, we have the main guard. One of the main guards that deals with the inside of the plant. He is rushing outside to help against the rioters, which is kind of planned on the Republic's part, because as you guys can see, the Republic is infiltrating. And yeah, so we have a door right over here. This is the ammunition door. This is where they get most of their weapons, like extra weapons for it. But as you guys can see, with all the guards, they all have weapons right now, so it's just extra. They just have a few more weapons. And you have the power generators themselves. We have 3. And if you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see and it will focus. It has lightning all around it. And I know this one will be a little bit harder to see, you guys, but you have the lightning all around it, which is really nice. And then you have stands of where you can stand, and then you can type in what you need for the calculations to make the power level rise or lower, depending upon what you need. And as we move over here, we have, I call this the diesel, is that every power plant is needed of power. So these are the electric power generators, and they make the most of the power, but to keep the capital running, they do need something else in just in case. This is like a backup. This is in like normal world, they have a diesel. Like if they use nuclear on a submarine, for instance, they always have a diesel backup just in case. And so I have a diesel or a other fuel refined that they use to power up the capital, just the capital main buildings that they need. And so, yeah. And as you guys can see, that is powered into another part where it is not as needed because they don't really think, because they are so high tech and all that. And as we move over, as you guys can see, they have broken the wall down, and you guys can see that Sev and Commander Hammer and my custom trooper, they have all broken in. We have the two commandos. We have the commando, ARC trooper, and then commando 2B. Hopefully I can get a commando that's purple, which I think would be pretty cool. And yeah, so we have a danger sign for the turret. This is a turret to pretty much stop all enemies from attacking a power plant. So if you guys have seen Star Wars Rebels, there is a fuel center, and this would protect it. Unlike them, that was unguarded, except by spacecraft, but this is on the ground, protecting it. And as you guys can see, we just have a bunch of fuel tanks going into the center and flowing down into under caverns, which I have not built, and I don't think I will, but I just thought that would be a really cool instrument. And then as you guys can see, moving around, as you guys can see, we do have two vents on the bottom of the turret. This is to keep it always functioning. These are two separate, which they don't really need if, like, the clones probably will not destroy that if it's not really going to help them or anything. Like, this can only destroy a gunship, but I don't think they will. This is more like an infiltration, so they won't destroy that. They don't really think that's important. And over here we have a few energy cells going up and down. As you guys can see, we have two going up and one going down, and that is just like a normal push and pull function to help level the water to keep it cool. And then we have right here, we have just some piping, and then we have more piping right here, and then we have a little light, which I thought would be kind of cool to add into it. And over here we have a few footsteps going around, and then we just have a bunch of cargo in the corner, which hopefully is like meant for storage, because they don't really have any place to store it on the outside of the compound electric base. And then in here they have the generators. These are the power influx. It's what you generate and to keep the power very level, so they're spinning and they're keeping the constant power, which the city is needing right now. Like, not a huge events going on, and we have 4 of those. And then you have a few walkings areas around it, which you guys can see. And so there's 4. They'll blow up. Just so you guys know, they do have backpacks of grenades, so they will definitely blow up this, the main 3 generators, and then the diesel generators, so the city can't rebuild itself, or be self-sufficient. And yeah, that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.